Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss next chapter, that is non-integrated accounting system. This is the last unit that we are going to discuss of our syllabus, which includes three chapter. One is non-integrated accounting system, then is integrated accounting system, then we will discuss reconciliation statements. So, in this chapter, non-integrated accounting system, we will discuss how to record the transaction in journal, ledger, and trial balance of cost accounting system, and how it is different from financial accounting system. You see, we have done twin objective of cost accounting since the beginning of our lecture on cost accounting. That are number one is cost ascertainment and second is cost control, and we have determined cost of different units or services, and we have made discussion in different chapter on this objective, like cost sheet or unit costing, you can say job costing, batch costing, process costing, contract costing, and a few discussion is made on cost control like inspection, economic order quantity, ABC, or under absorption or over absorption of overheads, where we have recorded any deviation from the actual overheads as compared to the estimated overheads. So but the main question again still stands by that how to record these transaction if the transaction number it is big one, like instead of producing only one type of product, if you are producing multiple type of products by using same type of material, then the how the transactions will be recorded. And if you see the main objective of accounting, amongst others, that is recording of the transactions. So how do we record transactions in cost accounting, following the same format that you have done in case of financial accounting, that is double entry system. So being a branch of accounting, as a discipline, cost accounting cannot be discussed without fulfillment of the key requirement of the accounting, that is reporting of the transaction. So we will discuss in this chapter how we are going to record transactions of cost accounting, or like the few transactions you will be aware about of that, that is issue of material, purchase of material, then normal loss, abnormal loss, issue of material from store to the factory, or issue of material from store to some indirect material to the factory. Similarly, if material is not coming directly to the store, rather it is directly shifted to the factory, then how it will be recorded. Or you can say if some material is shifted from one factory to another factory, then how this entry will be made. Similarly, entries for the different overheads, different or you can say wages, direct wages, or the direct expenses, how this entry will be recorded under cost accounting. This will be discussed under this chapter. Now, if you see, though there is no difference in on the purpose of the accounting, that is reporting purposes, so both accounting system, that is cost accounting and financial accounting, must fulfill these characteristics. And in previous classes of your last semesters or years, you have already done that financial accounting is fulfilling the requirement of reporting in a good way, even the accounting practices and even as per law, like in case of corporate accounting. Now, there are two type of system in cost accounting to record transaction. One is non-integrated accounting system and second is integrated accounting system. Integrated accounting system is also known as integral accounting system. In non-integrated accounting system, we prepare two set of books of account. One is for the cost accounting purposes and second is for financial accounting purposes, or you can say one is maintained by cost department and second is by financial department. And in the case of integrated accounting system, instead of preparing two separate books of account, only one set of books of account is prepared, and in the same set both type of transaction, that is cost accounting transactions as well as financial accounting transactions, are recorded. Now if you see the basic features of reporting in financial accounting, as you aware about, these includes One is collection of data, then generalizing, then summarizing or making your trial balance, and ultimately reporting to these transactions. So whatever the journals entry you will be passing in the proper journal, then in this case you will post these journal entry to the subsidiary books of accounts. Then after that you will be preparing ledgers or trial balance and final books of account. So through this diagram you can see this is the four steps of our uh, financial accounting for reporting purposes. One is journal, ledger, trial balance and final accounts. So if you see the foremost feature of financial accounting, that is whatever the transactions we are recording or posting to the subsidiary, then making the closing balances of the subsidiary account by making balance, that is shifted to trial balance. The golden rule of accounting is that in all cases our all books of accounts, being it journal or ledger or trial balance or final accounts, they are balanced one. And this balancing is done through the golden rule of reporting, that is debit and credit system, which makes it able to self balancing. And the above feature of reporting is a distinctive feature of double entry system, which helps in making financial accounting simple in terms of comparison and verification of recording of information become more easier. So now the question is that whether we will be following the same pattern in cost accounting or we will be following some different pattern. Now how this address of this question is that under costing method or technique, we just accumulate different costs incurred in order to find out the cost of one unit of product or service. Just like if the total cost divided by number of unit, then we will be having the per unit cost. Similarly, in the case of contract costing, only cost of one contract or one uh, in the case of job, one job, or in the case of batch, one cost of one batch we have calculated. What will happen if these kind of units, or you can say cost contracts, or you can say the number of batches are increased from 1 to the multiple 1? Then in this case the recording will be done, of course, through some mechanism. And some in our previous discussion, some discussion is already made on costing profit and loss account, especially when I told you that all normal losses are adjusted against the production cost, but our normal losses are shifted to costing profit and loss account. It means to say some accounting procedure is there, and the resultant figure of that is costing profit and loss account. And what are these transactions and how do we record all these transactions, that are we are going to discuss in this lecture. Now you see there are two methods of recording data under cost accounting, as I told you. That is, one is integrated accounting system and second is non-integrated accounting system. Under non-integrated accounting system, which is also known as cost ledger accounting or interlocking accounting system, two set of books of accounts are maintained. One is for costing department and second is for financial accounting department. After preparing two different set of books of accounts, a reconciliation statement is prepared in order to make difference between financial accounting reporting and cost accounting reporting. As you also aware about that, some the pure financial transactions are not recorded in cost records. So definitely there will be difference on ground of that or some other reason, which will be discussing in the reconciliation chapter. But keep in your mind that pure financial transactions are not recorded in cost accounting records. So that could be one of the point of difference, and it will serve our purpose of reconciliation statement. Under integrated accounting system, only one set of books of is maintained, which contains both cost accounting and financial accounting information. Since there is only one set of books of accounts, therefore there is no problem arises of reconciliation. And this method is more convenient in computerized accounting system because we are following one system. That's why computer will help us to prepare to record all these transactions electronically. Now, under non-integrated accounting system, let's see the definition of non-integrated accounting system defined by CIMA, Certified Institute of Management Accounting, London. which says that interlocking of accounts is a system in which cost accounts are distinct from financial accounts, two set of accounts being kept continuously in agreement by the use of control accounts or made readily reconcilable by other means. So you can see this is the main uh, f- scope of the non-integrated accounting system has been defined by this definition. The first one is two accounts are different, cost accounts and financial accounts. Number two, it is records are made continuously. Then third is it is the agreement is to be done with the help of reconciliation statement. It is important before making discussion on non-integrated accounting system to revisit generic classification of accounts under financial accounting system. That we all know that there are three types of accounts. One is personal account, and second is real account, third is nominal account. Real account and nominal account are also called as impersonal account. So two classification, personal and impersonal. Impersonal includes further two, that is real account and nominal account. And we all know what is personal account, real account and nominal account. I am not going to make discussion on the nature of these accounts. Since cost accounting involves cost, thus no recording is made on account of personal account. This is the first difference of financial accounting and non-integrated accounting system. No personal account is involved in the case of non-integrated accounting system. That means to say accounts for debtors, creditors or bank account will not be opened under non-integrated accounting system. So there will be only one type of account which include two set of account. One is real account and second is nominal account. In all, we can say only impersonal accounts are considered under cost accounting. Further, if we see the financial accounting system, then these three types of accounts and the golden principle of financial accounting system make our ledger and accounts balanced by following debit and credit rules. And if there is no personal account, then the question arises how the cost accounts will be balanced in absence of personal account. So we used to make one more type of account, or we create one account which is known as general ledger adjustment account, or also known as cost ledger control account. Both are synonym. In some accountant follow the general ledger adjustment account and some are cost ledger control account. In foreign country, mostly cost ledger control account is prepared instead of general ledger adjustment account. Now, this account take care of all the entries of having nature of personal account, and whether you want to debit or credit one's personal account, it will be recorded in the general ledger adjustment account. So, to make our cost accounts cell balance, the personal account is replaced by general ledger adjustment account. Now, you can see few example of these three accounts on the scale of financial accounting and cost accounting. Personal account, debtors, creditors or bank, these are the you can say important examples. Then in the case of a cost accounting, no personal account is prepared under cost accounting. Then in the case of the real account, second case, cash and finished stock, or you can say assets, all are real account. But in the case of cost accounting, only real accounts relating to stock, store ledger, control, or the raw material, work in progress, finished goods are maintained in cost accounts. It is to emphasize that even cash account is not prepared under cost accounting, and the transaction to be recorded under cash account, it is recorded in the general ledger adjustment account. So personal account plus cash account, for that purposes we prepare general ledger adjustment account or cost control account. Nominal account, all incomes and expenses, we know that it is recorded under nominal account. And since cost accounting has objective of the cost determination, that's why all types of cost and their respective accounts are open under cost accounting, and similarly incomes are also recorded. So nominal account, all types of nominal account is also are also open under cost accounting, but it is different for personal and real. Personal no account, and in case of real, no cash account is opened. So for that purpose we record all transaction in general ledger adjustment account. So what are the different cost ledgers we prepare under cost account? You see store ledgers. Let's say if you are having different stores of different raw material, and having a different production lines. In this case, one store is, let's say, is in factory A, second is in factory B, second at the third location or fourth location, and so on. Similarly, work in progress ledger, finished goods ledger, and cost ledger. Work in progress, that is your factory where goods are being produced but are still in pipelines, it's still in production, still on an assembly line. And finished goods are again the goods, those are all those have been converted from raw material to finished goods. And cost ledger, it includes all kind of expenses plus your storage ledger expenses, those are ultimately transferred to cost ledger. This is the principal ledger. Even your overheads are also recorded in a cost ledger. So if you see what are the different control account for them. For store ledgers, we prepare store ledger control account. For work in progress ledger, we prepare work in progress ledger control account. Finished goods ledger, we prepare finished goods ledger control account. And for cost ledger, we prepare general ledger adjustment account. So the main brief discussion on cost ledger, store ledger, WIP ledger, and finished goods or stock ledger is given below. So we have already done this, what are the store ledger and cost ledger all. So coming to the next, what are the cost control accounts under cost accounting? So these are the some synopsis of what different cost control accounts we prepare under non-integrated accounting system. One is store ledger control, wages control account, factory overheads control account. Let me briefly explain you all these account with one example each. Under stores ledger control account, you see whatever the material you purchase is recorded on one side. Either you bought it on cash or credit basis, and on the second side the issuance, the material issue to, if you are issued to the uh, factory, that is the material. If it is direct material, then it will be issued to the work in progress. If it is indirect material, then it will be issued to the factory overheads control account. Wages control account accounts only direct wages. Indirect wages are not recorded under wages control account. Then factory overheads control account includes all your overheads, or you can say indirect material, indirect expenses, indirect wages for whatever the overheads you have charged for the factory. Then work in progress ledger control account, it includes, because this is the you can say factory place where you convert all raw material into the finished goods. So work in progress ledger control account, it accounts for the entries where the raw material has been shifted to factory, direct material, similarly direct wages, and what are the direct expenses are incurred to convert one raw material to finished goods. So the closing balance will be transferred to the finished goods. I mean, say whatever the goods you have produced here, after producing these goods, obviously you will shift it to the finished goods ledger control account. Then further, administrative overheads control account, obviously whatever the indirect expenses relating to administration, it is recorded here, and again ultimately it will be transferred to the finished goods ledger control account. Finished goods ledger control account, it includes on one side the goods are transferred from work in progress, and plus the finished the administrative overheads are there. And the resultant figure of finished goods ledger will be our cost of goods sold. If we add the selling and distribution overheads account, then we will be having cost of sales account. It means to say cost of sales account, on the one side we will be having balance transfer from finished goods ledger account plus selling and distribution overhead account, which will become our cost of sales account, and on the other side we will record our sales. And if there is any overhead adjustment account, we will open like under absorption or over absorption, it will be recorded under overhead adjustment account. All transactions are recorded under costing P&L account. On the one side we will record sales, and on the other side we will record all the total expenses in plus our abnormal expenses or losses. Then the resultant figure will be our either profit or loss. So similar way we record transaction in general ledger adjustment account. This will be more clear when we will be solving one numerical question. Now this is, we have already done that general ledger adjustment account is also known as cost ledger control account. And for what purpose we make this, we are going to make this account only for the purpose of our personal account as and cash account. Now recording of transaction. So you see this is the glimpse of some transactions that we generally record in our accounting system. First transaction is purchase of material. The normal entry that you know that this is purchase account debit to cash account, but in case of cost accounting under non-integrated accounting system, as we know, two types of accounts will be prepared. One is for cost accounting, second is for financial accounting department. Under cost accounting department, we will record the purchase of material on cash basis as store ledger control account debit to general ledger adjustment account. You see, we know that there is no real account on the case of in the case of cash account, so is prepared under cost accounting under non-integrated accounting system, and it will be replaced by general ledger adjustment account. Store ledger control account will be debited because whatever the material we are going to purchase, it will be firstly shifted to stores. So that's why store ledger control account will be debited. And in the case of financial accounting, you can see the entry same except one new addition or change. You can see purchase account debit to cash account, but one memorandum entry is passed with this along with this purchases, that is cost ledger control account. So cost ledger, that is general ledger adjustment account, both are synonym, this cost ledger as well as general ledger adjustment account. So you can see purchase whatever the purchases we have made against the cash, where it is recorded is it is recorded in the general ledger adjustment account. So so it means to say, if you want to reconcile this transaction, so this transaction will be reconciled because there will be a difference in cash. So since there is no cash in cost accounting cash account, so that's why a difference will be created here, and this difference can be reconciled from the cost ledger control account, or you can say general ledger adjustment account, both are same. Okay, then if you see, if you make purchases on credit basis, in normal case financial accounting case, purchase account debit to creditors, but in the case of cost accounting, store ledger control account debit to general ledger adjustment account. So similarly, in case of financial accounting, purchase account debit to cost ledger control memorandum account to creditors account. You see, we are not here any recording, that is whether it's a debit or credit. So just a memorandum only for our purpose. The rest of entry same, just like in the case of normal financial accounting system, the same entry we are going to pass here, but one additional recording is here, that where this transaction is recorded in the cost accounting system, so it is recorded under general ledger adjustment account. That's why we are passing this one memorandum entry. One more change you can see here, there is no change in entry whether you are making purchases on cash basis or credit basis. In case of cost accounting, both entries are same because there is no real or personal account, cash account or personal account. That's why the both transactions are recorded under general ledger adjustment account. Then let's say if any material return, then we record the transaction creditor account debit to purchases return account. So in this case we will reverse this entry, otherwise you can see. But in the case of financial accounting, again we are reversing the second entry, creditor account debit to purchases return account, and the memorandum entry is cost ledger control account. So then fourth entry, that is material purchased for a specific job. Here you see the goods are or raw material purchase are not sent to the store's ledger or to the store department. It is directly sent to the factory. If it is directly sent to factory, then how the entry will be passed? Work in progress account debit to general ledger adjustment account. But in the case of your financial accounting, it will be purchase account debit to either cash or creditor, as the case may be. If payment to creditor, since this transaction totally involves our personal account, if it is made through bank, and if it is through cash, then it involves our personal account plus cash account. So we know that these type of transactions are not recorded under cost accounting, because both are personal accounts. If the entry is let's say creditor account debit to bank, so in this case no personal account, so we are not going to record any entry in the case of cost accounting. Similarly, no entry will be recorded under financial accounting, because it will be recorded only in the normal accounting procedure and has no different impact on on the case of cost and financial accounting under non-integrated system, like issue of direct material to production. So such entry we do not record under normal financial accounting, but we do record under costing system, like work in progress account debit to store ledger account debit credited. So in this case you can see the store department is issuing material to the work in progress or factory. So that's why work in progress account debit to store ledger control account. So no entry, similarly no entry will be recorded under non-integrated accounting system financial. So again this will be one more point of reconciliation, that point of difference on which we will make reconciliation. So next few examples on transactions are issue of indirect material to production. So we do not make any entry in the case of financial accounting, but in the case of cost accounting, non-integrated system, factory overheads control account debit to store ledger control account. So it is important to note that whenever there is an indirect material, that is one component of overheads, so we are going to charge it to the factory overhead if it is regarding material. I mean, say obviously material is used in factory, so that's why it is in factory overhead control account. If it is specifically mentioned that material is issued to someone else, like in the case of any paper ream, office and administration may be debited, overheads may be debited to store ledger control account. Then issue of indirect material to office and selling distribution, similar way like I told you, office overhead control account debit or selling and distribution overhead control account debit to store ledger control account. Payment of wages, these are the direct wages, and direct wages are to be debited to the wages control account to general ledger adjustment account. Otherwise, how do we record in normal financial accounting system? Wages or salaries account debit to cash or bank account. So similar way we pass this entry in the financial accounting, and one memorandum entry we will record for the wages and salary, that is cost ledger control account. So similar, if you have made some indirect expenses, the respective overhead account will be debited. Like if you have done it for the factory, then factory overhead account debit, because works, it is not work in progress, this is works overhead, that is factory overheads. If it is for office overheads or administration overheads, if it is selling and distribution overheads, so respective overheads account will be debited to general ledger adjustment account, because no cash and bank entry is recorded under cost accounting system. So similar way we will pass this entry with one memorandum in the in financial accounting under non-integrated system. You have to be very specific about one thing, that if there is no entry in the case of no normal circumstances of financial accounting, then there will be no entry in the case of non-integrated system under financial accounting. And if any transaction which is not recorded under cost accounting in normal circumstances, then obviously there will be no impact in all three cases. Then similarly we have done, it is for, you can say, indirect wages, then the factory overhead. If it is direct wages, then work in progress ledger control account. So let's see this one, allocation of direct wages to production. So it will be work in progress ledger control account debit to wages control account. So you see, no such entry it is in the case of financial accounting, but it happens in the case of cost accounting. So that's why we are not going to make any recording under non-integrated accounting system in the books of financial accounting. Similar way you can see in the case of indirect wages to the respective overheads. So some more example you can see, where there is no entry in the case of financial accounting, no normal financial accounting system, no entry in the case of non-integrated accounting under financial books of accounts. So one is now for normal wastage, because where wastage will occur, it will obviously it will be in factory, so it is works overhead debit to store ledger control account. Or if it is, you can see the your regarding normal loss of the labor like ideal time, then it will be works overhead account debit to wages control account. Then if abnormal wastage, we know that if it is regarding material, then the entry will be costing profit and loss account debit. In the case of material, it will be store ledger control account credited. If it is your labor wages, like abnormal or because of some strike or some shutdown or lockdown, then wages control account will be credited. Our absorption of overheads, respective overhead control account debit to overhead suspense account. So a new account will be created here. In this question that we are going to discuss in today's lecture, we have created one overhead suspense account or costing profit and loss account. Then under absorption, above entry will be reversed, transferring goods to finished stock. So after pursuing all this production process, goods are now ready. So these goods will be transferred to finished goods control account debit to work in progress. Again, I am repeating, work in progress. It is one of the control ledger where we are producing goods in a factory. So now the goods are being produced and it is now shifted to finished goods control account. Recording of cost of goods sold account, cost of sales debit to finished goods control account, or costing profit and loss account to cost of sales account. So these are the two entry for the recording cost of goods sold, and recording of sales, cost of cost ledger control account debit to costing profit and loss account, that is sales. Now this is the question that I have already sent you on WhatsApp. It is also available on our Google Classroom. You can see this question. In the next video we are going to discuss this question in detail. Thank you.